Hey guys, Coach Burt, the Super Coach. Every single month I do a podcast for my biggest and brightest and most talented people called Monster Producer. This is tied to my biggest coaching program called Monster Producer. You can see more about it at monsterproducer.com. We also have subsets for people earning $250,000 and above called Mega Monster. You go monsterproducer.com/mega. We have Monster Insurance. We have Monster Mortgage. We're going to roll out Monster Real Estate. And this is a program for people that want to be legendary creatures that combine multiple skill sets to dominate their market. I love working with this group. Every single month, I bring 2 new structures to help you achieve a monster producer status, to become a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. I always do a podcast too. This is a follow-up to our monthly class, a little compressed session of 15 to 20 minutes. And we put this in iTunes. We put it on Stitcher, Podcast Republic, anywhere you listen to podcasts. For you, if you're serious about playing at really big levels, then this is the place for you to come to. Come to Monster Producer. My goal this year is 250 monster producers in our coaching program. And man, we're picking people up every single day. You get personal one-to-one time with me. You get group accountability. You get monthly coaching sessions. There's all kinds of stuff in Monster Producer for you to get in there. So thank you for joining me today. Today's topic is how do we develop monster power? This is the subject I've been on in the month of February. How do we become people of influence, people of power? I want you to think right now in your mind of a person that you think is a powerful person. Think about how we want proximity to powerful people. What ingredients do they have? What kind of energy do they put out? What kind of impact do they have in the world? We're attracted to people who are moving, taking action, taking big action. We want to know how we can make that kind of significant impact in the world. And so today we're going to tell you that. We're going to tell you how to become a person of influence, develop monster power, so that in essence you're attracting people to you. And we're really going to look at 4 types of monster power. 4 types of places we can go to work, because I believe opportunity follows power. I believe money follows attention. Money follows energy. Money follows circulation. Money follows activity. Money does not follow stagnation. And so I started this Monster Producer with a definition of power. The best definition I found, which is a means or source for supplying energy. Are you a means or source of supplying energy? I always heard that energy can't be created. It can only be transferred. Like a cell phone battery, I've only got so much energy in a day. I've only got so much bandwidth in a day. And every day I'm either bringing force and power, or I'm the opposite of power. Weak, incapacitated, insecure, lack. Okay? And if you're going to be a person of influence and a person of power, you got to really understand what type of means or support am I bringing every single day. So in Monster Producer this month, we got into this concept of building a powerful reputation. And I believe your reputation always walks in the door before you do. I love it when I hear at the office and our phones are ringing and emails are coming in and there are people out there who are interested in us and they say, hey, we know your reputation. We know you're working with so-and-so. They told us to call you. The sale's already made. They've already made a decision to buy. Now it's just a matter of working it out. And so for you, when you're thinking about these concepts of what we're trying to do is build a very powerful reputation. Okay? So remember this. Reputation is your calling card. Make your reputation based on one sterling quality. What is it? When I bring up your name in the market right now, boom, what do people say? One thing. Difficult, trustworthy, machine. Okay? Powerful, influential, integrity, impact, big, small, little thinking, big thinking, victim, producer. Reputation is something to be treasured. It's something to be collected. It's something to be watched over, because there is nothing monster producers to be gained by cultivating a negative reputation. And it's all perception. It's all perception. So remember this, reputation walks in the door before you do. So I want you to think of power, reputation. You've developed a reputation for what? What are you known for? What's your calling card? Why are people coming to you? So remember the word power, means or source of supply and energy. And then you got over here weak, lack, incapacitated, insecure, fear, lazy, opposite of the word power. So what we're trying to do as monster producers is we're trying to drive up our perceived value in the market. We're doing that through bringing very powerful wording and concepts, People are attracted to us, and so we're going to look at 4 types of power today. And I'm going to give these to you after the break. Person of interest power. That's from my book, POI, Person of Interest. Transformation power. So I want you to think of person of interest, status. Transformation, change. Reputation, results. And objection power, the ability to overcome. When you put together these 4 types of power, it drives up your person of interest status. People are attracted to you. I was on a call today coaching some people in Monster Producer. And one person, I just had to say, man, you got to quit using these words that are so weak. You got to use more powerful words. Okay? We don't make mistakes. We're not failures. We got missing structures. Okay? I'm not weak in this area. I'm getting better in this area. Listen, the power of words are critical to the equation. They're like assets and liabilities. Okay? Speed, fast, decision. So when we come back after the break, I'm going to show you these 4 types of power, and we're going to unpack how you become more powerful as a person of interest. And then how does this play into the velocity and compactness or contraction of a sale? How do you speed up a sale by driving up your person of interest power? I'm Coach Michael Burt, and you listen to Monster Producer. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Here's the deal, man. I know you had a coach that yelled and cussed and treated you like you were nobody in the past, but guess what? Coaching doesn't have to be a negative process. I embrace the concept of intense but positive. So if you'll never spend the money to have a coach, if you'll never get in the coaching program, do this for me. Buy this book, CoachBurt.com/new book. And when you do, you get all kinds of free coaching from me. This book can become your coach. So get off the couch, man, and let's go get in the ball game so you can get better. Come on back, monster producers, legendary creatures that combine multiple skill sets to dominate a market. Here's what I want you telling yourself every morning. I am a monster producer. I am a legendary creature. I do use multiple skill sets to dominate a market. I do take major action. I do push. I do want to dominate my market. I am a person of influence and power. People are counting on me to show up. My positive energy is going to be greater than any negative source of energy I face today. Power, a source or means for supplying energy. Urgency, a force that impels movement or action. Object at rest stays at rest unless acted on by an outside force. Listen, monster producers don't mess around, man. They bring the force. They bring the mojo. They bring the swag. And so there's 4 types of power I'm gonna drop on you today. 1, person of interest power. What does that mean? People of interest attract versus chase. People of interest have something that's intriguing and attractive to the market. What do they have? Knowledge. They're considered expert. Skill. They can deliver it in a way that moves people. Desire. Okay? They got tremendous amount of inconvenient force that they push on the market. Confidence. They believe in themselves. Likability. Connectivity. Deep networks. And some free prize. These are the ingredients of a person of interest. So people of interest create value that other people exchange money for. See, I want to be around people of interest. I want to be around people of interest. I want to attract people to me versus having to chase and convince people. If I feel like I'm trying to convince or chase a person, I stop. 7 billion people on the planet. Some will buy what you're selling, some won't buy what you're selling. So what? I'm only looking for people that are looking for me. But here's what I know. If I'm not hitting my sales goals, I'm not attractive enough. So people of interest, how do we drive up our perception of interest? Success, activity, integrity, and signs of something other people want. They want success. They want movement. They want action. They want activity. They want a monster life. I don't want a monster life just in my business. I want monster faith. I want a monster family. I want to have a monster kid. I want to live a monster life, man. I want to have a monster impact in the world. So how do we drive up our person of interest power? Through our distribution channel, our network, our credibility indicators, and our social proof. Why do I write books? Why do I do podcasts? Why do I do social media? Why am I a guest on all these podcasts? Why do I do events? Today I spoke at an event for free. I bought breakfast and spoke at the event for free to get in front of 25 people. Right? And I got 5 minutes. That's all I got. Well, from the 5 minutes, the main guy said, hey, what if I could get you in front of 175 other people? Would you be willing to speak at that? Surely to goodness we can sell somebody something if I got 200 people in a room. Even if 1% of them bought, right? So I said yes. So what did I do? I got in a room. I showed my credibility indicators. I brought a bunch of good energy, but I gave them something of value. Some of them exchanged money for that value because they bought my book. We signed up 4 of them to come to my Monster Producer class for free the first time. Okay, so let's say those 4 people sign up. They come to Monster Producer. 3 of them sign up for the program. That 5 minutes was then worth $15,000 to me because it's $5,000 a piece to sign up for the program, $399 a month. So I spoke for free. I spent $100 to buy breakfast. I got a bigger audience, rewarded with a bigger audience, 200 people. I got 4 people to sign up for free. If we get 2 of them to sign up in the program, that's $10,000. If we get 3, it's $15,000. So how much was the 5? So what's the math? Each minute was worth what? Almost $3,000-4,000. So I want you to think of it that way. You got to start thinking in a much bigger level, okay? So we drive up our person of interest power when we create enough value that other people perceive and would exchange money for. That's all selling really is. Number 2, transformational power. Transformation is where I come to you one way and I leave you another way. Think good doctor versus bad doctor. The doctors that get sued the most in this country spend less than 43 seconds with their patients. They're not even there enough to transform their thoughts or energy. So I go to the doctor because I don't feel good or I'm sick. I'm in a low thought of value. I'm insecure. You come in and spend 43 seconds with me and I walk out of there feeling just as bad as when I came in. But what if you slow down the process, spend time with me, talk to me, make me feel better? What's big to you, what's small to you is big to them. So people that are in the transformation business know this. My energy, okay, and notice what I did just then. I just patted myself 3 times. You know what it does? Picks my energy up. Wakes me up. It's just a little trigger for me, okay? Coach, it's the end of the day. You're tired. You've been coaching people all day. You got to go home. You got a 4-year-old and a wife waiting for you. It's Valentine's Day. Hey, time to pick it up, big guy, right? For you got to have these triggers. I'm in the transformation business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert your low thoughts of value to high thoughts of value. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. I'm going to get you to a much higher thinking. Sometimes I just say change your language. Just like I did today with the guy I'm coaching. Change your language, man. Quit using weak words. Speed up. I told Takesha today, one thing you're going to learn from me is how to take faster action. Don't sit. Don't be stagnant. Don't static. Don't be complacent. Move. Be dynamic, okay? So the process of transformation is how do you create moments that transform people's lives in a very, very quick way. That's number 2 power. So I got person of interest power, and I got transformational power. Number 3 is reputational power. And here's what I want you to think of. I want you to think of you create unique results for people that they can't get anywhere else. Here's a good example. I hired these 2 guys out of New York City to coach me. And what I've been most impressed with is that the minute I said I'm in, things begin to happen like a hamster wheel. It's like they're already working for me. The minute I said yes, they're introducing me to people. They're getting me on shows. They're getting me on podcasts. They're working on my book deal. They're working on my speaking video. The minute I said yes, it's like these little wheels just go, 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 go. Well, and they're going all the time, man. They're calling me on the weekend. They're texting me on a weekday. They're texting me in the morning. I mean, they're just like animals, man. They're monsters. But that impresses me. I took action. They take massive amounts of action. So I want you to think of reputational power is you have a very strong reputation for getting results for people that they can't get anywhere else. That's reputational power, okay? Now, let's finish this off here with what's called objection power. How many objections do you face in a day? All this ties into speeding up the velocity of a sale. When you are in the sales business or idea business, you're taking your ideas and you're pushing them out into the market, and you meet objection. Objection is anything, thought typically, that is created by another person that impedes you from moving from one place to another place. Objection typically looks like this. It'll take too long. It'll cost too much. It'll be too hard. I'm too old to get started. I'm too young to get started. We don't have the resources. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the bandwidth. We don't have the people. I've been hearing this a lot lately. The talent pool's weak. I get it, man. The harvest is plenty and the workers are few. I get it. I get it, okay? But what? So what? What are we going to do about that? Are we going to develop our own talent pool? Are we going to get more out of our current people? That's just an objection. So a person of interest, a monster producer, when they meet objection, what I would teach you in this class this month is how to clothe yourself for objection. Okay, and I tell people, I go from being Michael Burt, who's just a daddy and a husband, to when I get ready to put my suit on in the morning, then I go to Super Coach. And when I put on Super Coach, man, I got my shield up for kryptonite. That means I don't listen to a lot of objection. Okay? I don't listen to a lot of objection. I don't hear a lot of objection. I challenge people when I hear objection. So I've already clothed myself for your pitiful excuses that you're going to make on why we can't do something. Everything that was thought to be impossible was made possible by somebody. Every person, everything that we thought was impossible. You know, we got people now flying to the moon, regular civilians, not NASA. Elon Musk is doing it better than NASA is. They're charging people now $50,000, $200,000 to fly to the moon, like me flying from here to Florida. So when you think about this concept of this, I could pay $50,000 and fly to the moon, or fly to Mars, or fly somewhere. We thought that was impossible at one time. So what do you think Elon Musk listens to objections, listens to excuses? So how does this tie in? So we got 4 powers. I'm going to close out with this. We got person of interest power, raise our status. We got transformational power, change people. We got reputational power, we get results. We got objection power, we don't listen to excuses. We don't listen to excuses. Now, how does this speed up the velocity of a sale for a monster? An object at rest stays at rest unless acted on by an outside force. You are the outside force. When you create this much power and force and energy, guess what? Things are going to happen, man. Things are going to happen. When I talk to real estate people, some people don't even know what they're selling. They don't even know how to sell. They just create a lot more energy. So the velocity of a sale is from the time you have interest as a suspect to the time you have a deal as a real client. The way you speed up that velocity is you become a more powerful person that pushes people, doesn't listen to objection. And what will happen is that'll compress a sale, and people will be more interested in a faster period. If you're stuck, static, insecure, whatever the case may be, in a weak position, you are the opposite of monster power, and people can detect that. I can feel it in you. I can listen to your phrasing and know that you're not confident in yourself. First sale you got to make every day, monster producer, to your own self. So what are you going to tell yourself? You are a legendary creature. You are a person of power. And I'll finish it with this. Power is nothing more than a means or source of supplying energy to other people. Every single month I come to you with a new Monster Producer podcast. If you're serious about being a monster producer and you're not in the program, first one's on me for free, in person, live. I've got it in 5 cities now: Murfreesboro, Cool Springs, Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga. We're looking all over the world, man. I'd like to have Monster in every city, or at least every state in the United States, maybe even other countries. My goal is 250 people. Go to monsterproducer.com if you're serious about really playing at much higher levels. This is exactly what I'm teaching. You got it. You got it through a podcast and a video. Imagine if you could get it in person, man. How much more powerful that would be. I'm Coach Michael Burt. Everybody needs a coach in life. Thank you so much for letting me be yours. I believe God created coaches for one reason. He knew that we couldn't get there on our own. We couldn't reach our own potential, that we would contract and retreat when it got hard, that we wouldn't hold ourselves accountable. God created coaches to get us to break through that ceiling of complexity. What does God say about your potential? You got to pick up a copy of Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. Pre-release right now. Comes out March 21st. Get all the free gifts that come along with it. Here's the deal. God wants you to expand and multiply. Find out how and to dig into your potential. My new book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. CoachBurt.com/new book. I believe God created coaches for one reason. He knew that we couldn't get there on our own. We couldn't reach our own potential, that we would contract and retreat when it got hard, that we wouldn't hold ourselves accountable. God created coaches to get us to break through that ceiling of complexity. What does God say about your potential? You got to pick up a copy of Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. Pre-release right now. Comes out March 21st. Get all the free gifts that come along with it. Here's the deal. God wants you to expand and multiply. Find out how and to dig into your potential. My new book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. CoachBurt.com/new book.